Hey, Catherine. So I wanted to give you some answers to your questions. I'm going to screen share and bring sort of everybody into the discussion here. All right, here you go. You said I have 4 questions all related to my hot offer. Would you give me suggestions on how to describe my new plan and my hot offer? It's really hard to evaluate the new plan without the old plan, but I will tell you some things about this. Feel and know they are divinely supported and safe. Almost everything that we want in the offer sheet is concrete, not emotional. It's not that we don't want emotions in there at all. Emotions can be great polarizing words, which is wonderful, but we always want things to be what we call finger pointing, which means very concrete. So instead of feel afraid that they will be XYZ, we want to say they will be XYZ, because we don't, of course, we don't know what the actual outcome is, but it's not the fear that's the thing. It's this could happen or this will happen if they don't get help, not they're afraid this will happen. Utilize energy and breathing techniques to clear blocks and foster relaxation. Now, this might be part of a new plan, but shift focus from sensitive self-consciousness to the company mission. Like, here's the thing, you know how wonderful these are, and I am an energy worker, and I don't know how wonderful these things are. This is existing in your head. It has to be an old plan, new plan that that you can connect the dots, and your prospect goes, huh, okay, that sounds different. I've heard people talk about a masculine top-down authoritarian way of leading a team, for example. And the new way is participatory and feminine values instead of, so that's an old way, new way. But even that short little example I gave you is not complete, because we need finger pointing examples of what things are different. Is there a way to incorporate my new plan as a bridge to my hot offer? Don't worry about this yet. It's nice to have a bridge. It's not necessary. We do want to have old way, new way, because what you're going to do is bust assumptions. The assumption might be, I just need to be brutal and aggressive with my boss in order to get my, in order to be heard and valued in the organization. No, you don't have to be brutal and aggressive. There's another way to communicate, and that is, something I don't know, but I'm just saying. How do you give the hot offer a title? I promise you, if you give me a hot offer sheet, I will give you back a title. Again, by the time they start talking to you back and forth, whether it's phoneless selling or a sales call, they couldn't care less what the title of your hot offer is. It's nice to have one, it's nice to have a good one, but please don't worry about this yet. What I really want is, I really want you to get an offer statement that you can go out and start validating and sharing and get people raising their hands. Like, that's where we need to go right now. We have to get off the curb. Old plan, new plan is pretty important, because those are the assumptions that you bust. People think this, but instead it's really this. Bridge, nice to have, but you don't need. Hot offer title, I'm not worried about that. Am I on the right track with delivery details and pricing for my hot offer? 60 days, 4 private recording sessions, email Voxer support guided meditations. That pricing for 3,000, like, this sounds okay to me. There's certainly ways to describe it that's going to make it sound much juicier than it is. But again, I'm not worried about that, because the thing that you are going to be testing in the validation, in the reach outs, using your Dream 100 list, is the offer statement. So let's get the offer statement, get clear on the symptoms and results, and don't worry about the rest. Let's get out there testing it, because I'd like to see you try to test it, see you do a soft launch of it next week. I hope this makes sense. I hope it's a relief not to have to worry about all the little fiddly details, but let's get out and have you share this own world and get a sale or two under your belt, because that is the easiest way to start filling in the rest of the details.